Hey, scholars!
Welcome to Mathora. I'm Ms. B, and you'll be learning with me. Today, we'll be learning about ratios. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to identify the two groups in a ratio, write a ratio in 3 different forms, and write a ratio correctly from a word problem. Today's standard is MA6 AR 2.1. Here's how today's lesson will flow. We'll start with an opener to warm up your brain. Then I'll give you clear instructions for writing ratios, and I'll check your understanding along the way. Ready? Let's get started. Take a look at the picture on the screen. Which description best matches what you see? Pause the video and choose your answer. The best description is A. There are 7 pencils and 6 markers. You just identified the two groups in a problem. This is the first step in understanding ratios. Now, let's learn some vocabulary. A ratio is a comparison between two groups, and on the screen we have markers compared to pencils. But there are 2 types of ratios. The first type is a part-to-part ratio, and a part-to-part ratio compares 2 different groups. For example, we have 3 markers to 4 pencils. Markers and pencils are the 2 different groups that are being compared here. The second type of ratio is a part-to-whole ratio. A part-to-whole ratio compares objects in the same group. For example, we have 1 pink marker out of 5 markers in total. That's a part-to-whole ratio because you're comparing one part of the group to the whole part of the group. Now, let's learn how to write ratios in 3 different forms. On the screen, we have markers and pencils again. Let's count them. This time, we have 3 markers and 5 pencils. Since we are comparing markers to pencils, in colon form, we are writing 3:5. In word form, we write 3/5. And in fraction form, we write 3/5. Now, when it comes to word form, you don't have to spell out the numbers, you're just spelling out the word 2. T-O. Now you try. Write the ratio of green circles to blue circles in all 3 forms. Pause the video and answer. Great work! We have 3 green circles and 4 blue circles. Your answer should be 3:4, 3/4, and 3/4. Yes. Good job. That's how you write a ratio from a picture, but what about a ratio in a word problem? When a ratio appears in a word problem, there are 3 things that you need to do. The first thing is identify the groups. Are we talking about markers and pencils, or are we talking about cats and dogs? Number 2, identify the order and how you should be writing the ratio. Whenever they tell you to write the ratio, they're going to give you an order and how they want it to be written, and it's really important that you follow that order. And number 3, write it in all 3 forms. So let's try one together. Example 1. There are 12 students who ride the bus and 8 students who walk home. Write the ratio of walkers to bus riders in all 3 forms. First, identify the groups, right? Walkers and bus riders. Next, we need to identify the order and how we should be writing the ratio. The problem says write the ratio from walkers to bus riders, so walkers must come first. Even though 12 appears first in the sentence, we are following the order in how we should be writing the ratio. So our answers are 8:12, 8/12, and 8/12. Try this one on your own. In a garden, there are 15 tulips and 20 roses. Write the ratio of tulips to roses in all 3 forms. Pause the video and answer before I do. Great job! Tulips come first, so your answer should be 15:20, 15/20, and 15/20. One more question. Let me quiz you on your vocabulary really quick. Is this an example of a part-to-part ratio or a part-to-whole ratio? Pause and think. This is a part-to-part ratio because we are comparing part tulips to part roses. Those are 2 different groups. Up next is lesson 2, simplifying ratios. Great job today, scholars. I'm Miss B with Mathora, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye, scholars.